everybody, it's Megan, and today we're back in the library to do a book unboxing video. I do promise I will do my 100 subscriber celebration soon. It's just taking me a lot of preparation because it involves 100 books. So look forward to that. Anyway, today we're unboxing one of my monthly book boxes I get for the library. It has 6 young adult books. I did take these out of the box already, so it's technically not even an unboxing. I guess it's more of a preview, but that is my job, obviously. So I did have to go ahead and catalog these books, but I do want to show you what they're about, and honestly, I need to preview them too. So let's take a look. Okay, so I've heard of 3 of these, I think. Yeah, I've heard of 3 of these at least. And I know that some of them are pretty popular, so I won't go too much into detail on these, but I do know that this one I hear talked about all the time, The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. There we go. Outcast by Blood, Warriors by Choice. I mean, it looks really cool. Honestly, I love this book cover. This is like one of the prettiest young adult book covers I've probably ever seen. The colors are so beautiful that I would judge this book by its cover, and it would make me want to read it. So I don't really know too much what it's about, although like I said, I know it's really popular. It says, "Are we girls or are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive?" Let's see what it's about. Okay, so I guess in this fantasy world, people's color of blood is different, and so she wants to have red blood, I think it said. I don't remember. She wants to have red blood so that she can feel like she belongs, because she's going through this blood like ceremony, and her blood turns out to be gold, which is the color of impurity. So now she faces a consequence worse than death. But then a mysterious woman comes to her village and says, comes to her with a choice: it's either stay in your village or submit to her fate, or leave to fight for the emperor in an army of girls just like her. And they are these near immortals with rare gifts. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound bad. Why wouldn't everybody want to be a gold if you're going to be an immortal with a rare gift? Anyway, so she decides to leave out and on her own journeys to the capital to train for the biggest battle of her life. Okay, I don't know. That sounds like the Hunger Games to me. In this bold and immersive fantasy, a young heroine fights to save a world that would dare to tame her and discovers that she is her own fiercest weapon. Honestly, this sounds like so many other young adult books. I feel like there's nothing about that, minus the color of the blood thing, that sounds very different from anything else. So even though I know it's really popular, I don't know, nothing about that sounds appealing to me, but except for the cover, which sounds awesome. So check it out if you're interested. Next book, I've heard of this. I didn't realize I was getting this book because I'd heard about it on BookTube, but I thought it was an adult book, but it turns out it's young adult. The Project by Courtney Summers, and it's pretty short. We have cataloged it as mystery. So let's see what it's about. It says, the Unity Project. After a tragic accident kills most of her family and leaves her little sister Lo on the brink of death, Bea Denham is desperate for a miracle. It arrives in the form of Lev Warren, the charismatic spiritual leader of the Unity Project. He promises he can save Lo. All Bea has to do is believe, ... Now the next thing it says is, stole my sister. Oh, I see. The Unity Project stole my sister, murdered my son. So it says, Lo awakes in the ICU to find her parents are dead and her sister has abandoned her for the Unity Project. The more Lo learns, the more she's convinced the beloved organization is hiding sinister secrets. If only she could make Bea believe. Interesting. It says, years later, when a man shows up at the magazine Lo works for, claiming the Unity Project killed her son, Lo sees the perfect opportunity to expose the group and reunite with Bea once and for all. But her investigation will put her in the direct path of Lev Warren, and he will make her question everything she thought was true and all that she believes. Interesting. It says, are you ready to belong? You've been chosen. I like this. It's kind of pretty. So, I mean, I don't think I would be super intrigued by that premise, but I mean, I know mystery novels are getting to be pretty popular, at least in our library, among young adults. So it's possible that this one, because this author won the Edgar Award, she's apparently pretty well known. So critically acclaimed best-selling young adult author. So anyway, I'll wait to probably hear more before I read this one. So let's do one I've not heard of before, because I don't know why there's so many, I feel like there's like 3 romance books in this box. This definitely looks like a romance. I mean, it's called A Taste for Love, but the fact that it's got like boba tea on it, that makes me really intrigued. Can these star bakers win each other's hearts? And I don't read romance novels really very often, but if it's about cooking and baking, then I'm pretty intrigued. So it says it's about a high school senior, Lisa Yang, or Lisa, I guess, or Liza possibly. She's nearly perfect. She's smart and kind and pretty, and she dreams big and never shies away from a challenge. But to her mom, though, she's anything but. Compared to her older sister, she's more rebellious and stubborn, and she pushes back against her family's traditional values. But one thing that her mom and she like to do together, it says, is baking. So Mrs. Yang is the owner, of Houston's popular Yin and Yang Bakery. So with college just around the corner, she is trying to she's trying to join this, it says a bakery's annual junior competition to prove to her mom that she is more than just a rebellious teenager. So she arrives on the first day of the bake-off and she realizes it's a setup. All of the contestants are young Asian American men her mom has handpicked for her to date. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. So the bachelorette situation that she finds herself in is made even worse when she is actually begrudgingly attracted to one of the contestants, this stoic, impenetrable, and amazing hot James Wong. As she battles against her feelings for James and for her mother's approval, she realizes there's no tried and true recipe for love. Okay, just the fact that her mom sets her up into this like dating competition that she thinks is going to be a scholarship competition or something, that's hysterical. So, I don't know, baking love story. If I ever read a romance, it would probably be this one because I love to cook. Let's just keep on the romance train here for a minute. We have a faux love story, but I think it's pronounced pho, but I know in this case it's supposed to be faux, like fake, so I'm gonna call it a faux love story by Lone Lee. Okay, so this is interesting because I feel like we just got two cooking novels. This is interesting. Both romance. And this one, we'll see if it sounds any different from the other one. So we've got, I don't know how to pronounce these people's names, Bao Win, Bao, something like that, Bao had to describe himself. He'd say he was a rock. Oh, so this one focuses maybe more on the guy. That's kind of cool. Steady and strong, but not particularly interesting. His grades are average. He's his parents' 5th favorite employee because he works at his parents' faux restaurant. Wow, so both the parents own a restaurant in these. Interesting. All right, if Lynn Mai had to describe herself, she'd say she was a firecracker, stable when unlit, but full of potential for joy and spark and fire. She wants a career in art. This is the only problem. Her parents rely on her in ways that they're not willing to admit, including working practically full-time at her family's restaurant. Okay, so this is interesting because it is definitely about cooking again in an Asian restaurant, and it says for years these two families have been at odds because they have competing faux restaurants, and those two kids have avoided each other because of their family feud, but now they have encountered each other and sparks begin to fly. So can they find love in the midst of the feuding families and complicated histories? So, I mean, that one sounds pretty cool too, but honestly, I'd probably be more intrigued with the other one, but very similar. All right, we have 2 left. I'm gonna switch it up. This kind of might be romance too, but it's not as romancy, it looks like, as the last one. So this one is called A Curse of Roses by Diana, I don't know how to say that name, Pinguicha? That's an interesting name. I just hope it's not another Beauty and the Beast retelling. I don't know why. I know that those are very popular, but I don't know why when I see this cover and it's something about roses and curses that I feel like it might be a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I could be totally wrong. It says her love could destroy a kingdom. So is it a Beauty and the Beast retelling? With just one touch, bread turns into roses. With just one bite, cheese turns into lilies. There's a famine plaguing the land. Before she can swallow her magic or her curse, she has turned her meal into a bouquet. Okay, that's really weird. She can turn flowers into food. Okay, this is not what I expected. Then there is this person who can help her. It says she is trapped by magical birds. What is happening in this? And this person can teach Jezebel, or whatever the main character's name is, how to control her curse if Jezebel sets her free with a kiss. And the King of Portugal's betrothed, or as his betrothed, oh, so it's in the real world? Portugal? What? Okay, Jezebel would be committing treason, but what good is a country if his king has starved to death? With just one kiss, Fatian, or whatever the other character's name is set free. And with just one kiss, Jezebel is yearning for more. She sought out Fatian to save her people. Now, loving her could mean Isabel's destruction. Okay, that's like super bizarre. So, oh, it says the author's from Portugal? Oh, I guess that's why then. Okay, I thought this was gonna be a fantasy world, but I guess it's just, there's not much magic except maybe just this. Maybe the rest of it's not magical. I don't know. Super strange. I'm not sure about this one. And our very last book is called Follow Your Arrow by Jessica Verdi, author of And She Was. It says her whole life is online, but what's in her heart? Oh gosh. Okay. So I don't know how I feel about this one. It says, let's see. Oh, there's the bell. I guess I need to probably get going. Anyway, looks like it's about, it says hashtag relationship goals. Things get messy when a new boy comes to town. She finds herself in the middle of an online storm, of public versus private life. So check into that one if you enjoy it, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching my unboxing. Bye.